The scandal that shook the K-drama world still hasn't settled. Just when everyone thought things were starting to calm down after the shocking night between Dylan Wang and Bai Lu, another unexpected twist has surfaced, and this time, it's Miles Wei stepping into the picture. Fans who followed the emotional storm between Shen Yue, Dylan Wang, and Bai Lu were completely unprepared for what happened next. Because out of nowhere, Miles Wei, known for his calm and grounded nature, did something no one expected. He reached out to Shen Yue. It all started quietly. While social media was still flooded with speculation about Dylan and Bai Lu's late-night meeting, some fans noticed something unusual, a private interaction between Shen Yue and Miles Wei that seemed far too genuine to ignore. It wasn't a public statement, not even a clear gesture. But there was something in the way Miles looked at her during a recent appearance that had fans whispering. Many say the connection between them didn't happen overnight. Shen Yue and Miles Wei had worked together in the past, crossing paths through various entertainment events. But after the Dylan Bai Lu story broke, the timing of their interaction raised eyebrows. What could have pushed Miles to step forward now, right when Shen Yue was under so much public pressure? People who were there that night described it as quiet, emotional, and heavy with unspoken words. Miles approached Shen Yue when the cameras were off, no spotlight, no crowd. Just two people standing by a dimly lit hallway after a long event. He didn't speak much, but his presence said everything. One insider said Shen Yue looked exhausted, her usual smile replaced with something fragile and distant. And Miles, he simply stood beside her, as if protecting her from the noise surrounding her name. That small moment was caught by a fan's phone from afar. The clip, less than 10 seconds long, spread like wildfire across social media. You could see Shen Yue holding back tears, and Miles gently patting her shoulder, whispering something that couldn't be heard. The caption read, "Miles Wei comforts Shen Yue after the scandal. Respect Blackheart." Within hours, the video went viral. The comments section exploded. Fans from across the world flooded timelines with mixed emotions. Some praised Miles for stepping up, calling him a true gentleman. Others warned that this new connection could spark another wave of rumors. But one thing was clear, people were emotionally invested again. One fan wrote, "You can see it in his eyes. He genuinely cares for her. This isn't PR, it's real." Another said, "After everything she went through, she deserves someone calm like Miles. Someone who doesn't chase headlines." But not everyone saw it as pure kindness. Some questioned the timing. Why now? Why comfort her right after the Dylan Bai Lu exposure? It feels calculated. Others disagreed completely, insisting that Shen Yue and Miles had always had mutual respect, and this was just empathy at its rawest form. The fanbase quickly split into two, those who saw it as comfort, and those who feared it might turn into yet another scandal. Meanwhile, entertainment pages picked up the story faster than ever. Headlines began appearing everywhere. Miles Wei and Shen Yue's late-night encounter stirs rumors. Fans divided over Miles Wei's gesture. After Dylan Wang and Bai Lu's scandal, is Shen Yue moving on? But through all the noise, Shen Yue stayed silent once again. No posts. No interviews. Just quiet. Until, days later, she finally appeared online, and what she posted melted hearts worldwide. She shared a simple quote on her story. "Sometimes, the kindest thing someone can do is just stand beside you." That single sentence broke the internet. Fans immediately linked it to Miles Wei, saying she was acknowledging his quiet support without naming him. Within minutes, the post hit millions of views. The comment section was filled with love and relief. "She's healing," one fan wrote. "Maybe this time she found peace." Others couldn't help but connect it to Dylan Wang and Bai Lu's previous scandal, saying Shen Yue's post was a reflection of everything she couldn't say earlier, a soft, poetic response to all the chaos that surrounded her. As for Miles Wei, he too remained silent. No statements, no comments, no denials. But then something subtle happened again. During a fan meeting in Beijing, a fan shouted, "Protect Shen Yue," from the crowd. Miles paused, smiled softly, and said, "Everyone deserves someone who listens." The audience screamed. That clip alone trended for hours. It was enough for fans to believe that something more than friendship could be blooming, not necessarily romance, but a kind of emotional bond that felt healing in contrast to the drama that had come before. Some even called it the calm after the storm. Behind the scenes, insiders claim Miles reached out privately to check on Shen Yue during her most difficult days. He didn't want attention. He wanted her to know that someone believed in her. For someone as private and measured as Miles Wei, that gesture spoke louder than any public statement could. As fans revisited old interviews, they found small signs, things that had been there all along. In a past variety show, when Shen Yue was asked which co-star she found most comforting, she had quietly mentioned Miles Wei, because he doesn't talk much, but he notices when you're not okay. At the time, no one thought much of it. Now it feels prophetic. While Dylan Wang and Bai Lu continue to face waves of attention after their own night meeting controversy, the narrative seems to be shifting. The internet has begun framing Miles and Shen Yue's quiet bond as something different, mature, respectful, and human. In an industry that thrives on drama, a small act of kindness has somehow created a louder echo than all the scandals combined. Still, the debates online haven't stopped. Some are calling it a PR distraction, others call it fate. One thing is certain. The emotional connection fans felt through that short clip has reignited discussions across every platform, from Weibo to TikTok to YouTube comment sections. International fans, especially across the US and Europe, have started dubbing the moment the scene that saved Shen Yue, a phrase that's now trending alongside hashtag Miles Wei Shen Yue and hashtag K-drama healing arc. No one knows exactly where this story will go next. Whether it's friendship, silent support, or something deeper, Miles Wei and Shen Yue have already created one of the most talked about emotional moments of the year. And perhaps that's what makes it so powerful. It isn't about fame or publicity anymore. It's about two people finding understanding in the middle of chaos. About quiet empathy in a world that never stops talking. As fans continue to speculate, one question remains. Was this the beginning of something real, or just a fleeting moment of comfort that arrived at the perfect time? Only they know the answer. Until then, the story of Miles Wei and Shen Yue will remain one of the most touching and mysterious turns in the ongoing saga that started with Dylan Wang and Bai Lu's secret night scandal. Because sometimes, in a world full of noise, the softest voice, or in this case, a silent gesture, can speak the loudest. And that's where today's story ends, but the truth behind Dylan Wang, Shen Yue, Bai Lu, and Miles Wei is only getting deeper. Every moment feels like a new twist waiting to explode, and you don't want to miss what's coming next. So if you've been following this journey with us, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and be the first to catch our next update. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with other fans. Your support keeps these stories alive and growing. Until next time, keep your hearts open, your eyes on the stars, and your notifications on. Dizzy.